Welcome back to Hanging with the Homeless. We tape these shows one after another, so we do it all at once. A lot of people say, well, don't you ever change your clothes to me? And it's like, we tape these shows together, one for 1 week, one for the next. So yes, we do change our clothes and we take showers. I have Delva back. The reason I have Delva back is because Delva knows the homeless better than anyone. She spent time in the woods. She's one of the toughest girls I've ever met in my life. And she can clearly identify with why people judge people and why we couldn't help people if we automatically tried to say, dress like a nun. No, you can't smoke. Oh, I'm going to take your cell phone. You're actually pushing away the same way. The Bible has not changed in over 2,000 years. God's word is the same. When you're pushing people away, you cannot help them. What do you think about the way people judge without knowing anybody? The fact that, a lot of the girls are, looked at down because of the way they dress. Would you have ever stayed at the mission?
Oh, no. No. My opinion on people who want to judge is you're insecure with yourself. If you want to go and judge someone else, the only difference between me and the richest person that will sit next to me is you own your house, I don't have a house. I have happiness. People who do want to judge, God can only judge us. Even if, we do have a criminal background, or even if we, have an addiction, or, whatever the issue is, there's no right for anyone to judge.
If I would have tried to change many of you that we've helped over the years, which has been quite a few, how many people do you think that if I would have judged people off the bat or tried to change everybody in the first week or the first month, how many people do you think would have stayed and we could actually helped?
None. I don't, if compared to other shelters and other stories I've heard, I wouldn't have stayed. And I know 95% of them wouldn't have stayed. Because we're not here to be looked down on. We get looked down on so much because we're labeled as homeless. Regardless if it's, we lost a job or whatever the issue is, a lot of people don't look at it that way. They don't look at it as it's a hard time. They look at it as, well, you're no good, you're homeless. No, we don't need to be judged. We're here to get help. We're here to lay our head comfortably at night without mosquitoes attacking us or, without snakes biting us. We're only looking for a place to help us, not judge us.
You've been there helping me a lot, and I'm very proud of you, and I'm very thankful, because I have to honestly say, if you weren't there many of the times, I wouldn't be alive, because I forget to take my medicine, I forget to take this, I forget that. And a lot of people don't realize when they judge us that the homeless keep me alive just as much as I help them, and as much as you help them. And a lot of the guys, even the girl, they all cry on your shoulder just as much as they do mine. And if it weren't for the mission, they wouldn't be alive and they wouldn't be doing well. What do you think, because you're the best source that I could ever ask this for, what makes us different from anyone else?
My biggest thing is we don't judge. We don't look at you wrong. And when you walk through our front gates, you have a second chance. We wipe your slate clean. If you want it clean, it's on you. We can lead you to the water. We cannot make you drink it. When you walk through our front gates, you're part of our family. You're my brother. You're my sister. You're me. You may be 25 years older than me, but you're still family to me. And it's not any of our place. We're no better. We're just as poor as the next person that walks through the gate. Maybe poorer. Some of them walk through with jobs. We don't have a job. We don't have a set income. We're different because we don't judge, and you are family. We open our hearts. We open our mind. When you say people, lean on my shoulders to cry, I get asked all the time, how do you not go insane? Because I think of it, when I was going through a hard time, who did I have to talk to? I didn't have anyone to sit down and cry on their shoulder, and I will always keep myself available for that person.
I am very proud of you, and a lot of people put you down in different ways because you dress like the diva, and your hair has to be perfect a certain way, and you know, I love you to death, and I will always love you, and I will never leave your side. And but people don't get that. They don't get that we live the New Testament every day, and we're blessed by that. And don't get me wrong, we're not, you know, we're not perfect in any way. We don't ever claim to be perfect. But those that are actually hurting the homeless. What do you think would happen if we would take everybody, starting tomorrow, if we would take their freedom away, collect all their cell phones, force them into, you know, a situation they didn't want to be into? What do you think would happen to all 5 shelters and the close to 100 people we help every day?
I would name it as Cops Beware, County Beware. It will be a madhouse if that was to ever happen, because we are a very open shelter. You know, we've lost everything else. We have what's left is our life, our breath, and the little cell phones or the little packs of cigarettes or whatever little things we have. Them little things are the biggest things to us. If we were to take them away, I wouldn't be there. I would leave. If you were to change it tomorrow, I'd pack my stuff tonight and go live in the woods. I wouldn't do it.
And the fact is that we're not doing that is why people are getting help, and that's why we are successful. And we hear all the time, well, they're smoking. They should be able to have a job. A lot of people don't realize the ones that work, we operate as a family, they actually give the cigarettes to those who can't work or who are disabled. The mission is run as a family. And I'm just trying to get out to people, instead of stereotyping and judging, that they need to come and spend some time. You can't know the people there in 5 minutes. You can't know them in 10 minutes. You can't know them in 20 minutes. As many of the churches that help us each week find out that they've spent a lot of time with us, and they have found out that the mission is one of the biggest loving families that there is in the county. Delva, I love you. You're going to be back on the next segment here in a couple minutes, because I want to address the issues of drug and alcohol in the county and much more. People can think what they want about Delva, but I tell you what, she's probably saved 300 girls from committing suicide, just at a minimum. So judge her not, because she's helping people live. We thank you all. Much love, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.